I really have outdone myself this year. Right, what else do I need to do before the big day? Decorate the tree, done that. Peel vegetables, check. Wrap Connor's present. Damn it, I knew I forgot to get something. Oh well, it's not like he's gonna get me one. Right, what's next? Build a snowman. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. But that leaves... Make a review for Christmas. If only I had a film or a game to review. Oh well. Maybe next year. Krampus, the Christmas devil. Someone just left this here? How very sinister. Well, I mean, this sounds somewhat like a Christmas movie, so I suppose I could always review this. I mean, how bad could it really be? Christmas. To many people, it is a time of giving, a time to celebrate, and a time of charity. But for some, it is a time of fear, a time of darkness, death, especially if you were living in 12th century Germany. Back then, if you weren't dying of the plague, or watching as your home was burnt down by Saxon revolters, then you were hiding in fear each Christmas from the dreaded Krampus. An old German folktale thought to have originated from the 1100s. The Krampus is said to be a creature with a devil-like appearance, who visits each year at Christmas time to punish and sometimes eat naughty children. The creature had its first on-screen appearance in the 2004 animated comedy show Venture Bros. However, its most famous depiction was in the 2015 horror comedy film Krampus, a film which I quite enjoyed. But I'm afraid that is not the film we will be reviewing today. No, today we will be taking a look at the 2013 low-budget horror film Krampus, the Christmas Devil. It's an interesting choice for a movie title, I must say. But hey, maybe the film itself isn't so bad. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at Krampus, the Christmas Devil. And so the film opens to a scene where we are immediately introduced to the Krampus as he attempts to murder a misbehaving child. I mean, a bit of a drastic thing to do if you ask me. I mean, you could just take away his Xbox or send him to his room, but yeah, I guess murder works too. I'm sorry, is it just me, or is that the same scream sound effect being used again and again? Yeah, it's just the same sound effect. Guys, use a different scream sound effect! There's like 1 million you could have used on YouTube! We then see, however, that the child manages to escape, and that he manages to get back to his parents safely, who are, understandably, panicked about his disappearance.
Jeremy! Jeremy! Where have you been?
The film then jumps ahead by 20 years to when the film's protagonist, Jeremy, is all grown up and on the way to work. Is it still going? Do we really need to see multiple shots of him travelling to work? This entire scene serves no purpose to the story. And that brings me on to one of the first major problems I have with this film. It is absolutely full of shots and scenes that add nothing to the story and are completely unnecessary. Time and time again, there are moments throughout this film where literally nothing happens, and we're shown things we just don't need to see. This scene, for example. Do we really need to see him walk into a room just to walk into another room? No! It just halts the story and feels like it's only been included to lengthen the film's runtime. In fact, I'm fairly sure it has been. When the scene does finally finish, we discover that Jeremy is a police officer who believes that the Krampus is responsible for the disappearances of several children throughout America. Jeremy is then instructed to put a team together to catch the Krampus, so he meets up with two fellow cops at a bar to come up with a plan.
We're here to help, Duff.
Take this so personally, man. It's a job, right? It's an important job, right? But there's nothing that any of us can do, ever, to bring those dead babies back.
Okay. You guys need to...
Sorry. I know I shouldn't be falling asleep this early into the film, but it's kind of hard not to. You know, when watching a pip grow into an orange tree would be more interesting to watch than this scene. Why is the dialogue here so boring? Seriously, this film features some of the most poorly written, boring bits of dialogue I have ever heard in my life. It all, honestly, feels like it's been written by a 12-year-old who is attempting to write a script for the first time in Microsoft Paint. Every line of dialogue just feels so unnatural, and very little of what anyone says is actually interesting. Which ends up making every scene with a large amount of dialogue feel like a slog to get through. Also, just a side note, for a busy bar, this scene sure does feel quiet. Where is everybody? Could they seriously not afford to get a few people in as extras for it? Oh well, at least this shot's got one in it. Hang on. Wait a second. That's just the same guy playing Jeremy's friend in the literal following shot. Why are they using cast members as extras? I get that this film is low budget, but why then didn't they ask their friends and family to come in to help fill up the shots? In fact, this isn't even the only time that they should have done this. There are multiple scenes throughout this film where people should have been brought in to fill in the backgrounds, to make things look a bit more lively and interesting. But it's evident this wasn't done, so many of the scenes end up looking like, well, how I feel whilst watching this film. Empty and lifeless. Anyway, the trio vowed to track down the Krampus and kill it the very next day. Jeremy then briefly talks about how a murderer he arrested in the past was recently released from prison.
Brian Hatt got released from prison yesterday. Some lawyer got him off on a technicality, I'm not sure.
Foreshadowing. What? The film then jumps ahead to the next day, where they begin hunting the Krampus. Alright, finally, some action. I've waited the entire film for this. I can't wait to see what happens. Okay, some shots of them running. A good way to build up some tension. Okay, some shots of them walking in the snow. Okay, some more shots of them walking slowly. Is anything actually going to happen? Oh, here it comes. Time for some action.
Open fire!
What, did I go deaf? Where were the sounds of the guns?
Where the fuck did he go? Did you guys hit him? Get a magazine.
All that build-up.
New magazine, come on,
All
guys.
the shots of them holding guns.
Right now, go.
And they forgot to add gun sound effects to the literal gun scene. This isn't even the only instance of this happening throughout the film either. Constantly, there are moments where sound effects should have been added, and they just haven't been. Oh well, I guess it just goes hand in hand with the fact that the overall sound design for this film is just terrible as a whole. There are numerous instances where audio was either too loud or too quiet for a scene. Oh, I was so focused on the sound effects that I almost missed that. Oh no, not character whose name I can't remember. And so, Jeremy and his friend are captured by the Krampus and are taken to his cave. There, his friend is killed, but Jeremy manages to escape and get back to his car. Back at Jeremy's house, however, things take a turn for his family, when the murderer mentioned just a few scenes prior decides to pay them a visit.
Where's your husband? Your husband? Where's your husband?
And hey, this guy's acting isn't actually too bad. Sure, it's not amazing, but it certainly gets the job done. Hell, I'd go so far to say that his character is the only, well, character in this entire film. And that's because every other person we have seen throughout this film so far, I hesitate to even call a character. They all have the characteristics and personalities of a wooden plank, and the actors playing these characters just really aren't doing a very good job.
You think people are born the way they are? Manifest destiny.
Wow, he's pretty intense. I wonder what he's going to do next. Where is your husband? I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. Whilst this all goes on, Jeremy takes part in a poorly choreographed bar fight scene before returning home. He successfully shoots one of the home invaders, and the murderer is killed by the Krampus, who is still after Jeremy. And the design of the Krampus in this film is, it's not good. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate that they used a practical costume, and that they tried to honour the original look of the Krampus, but it just looks so, well, cheap! I mean, you can literally see the actor's face underneath the mask at points. I mean, come on guys, you couldn't paint some black face paint around his eyes, or stick him into a morph suit to make sure this wouldn't happen? He doesn't look the least bit threatening because of this. Well, we're almost at the end of the film now, so we may as well just finish it at this point. Coming. Ah, TJ.
Merry Christmas.
That's very kind of you. I haven't got you anything.
What?
Well, I didn't know that we were doing presents this year.
Well, of course we're getting presents for each other. What, are you telling me you can't pay rent and you can't even get me a present?
Well, it's been a tough year for me, you know, not having a job and all. The job market's tough out there.
It's not tough. I'm going to take that back. Merry Christmas.
And a happy new year to you too. Anyway, where was I? So this entire movie, we have been building up to the confrontation between the Krampus and Jeremy. But that just doesn't happen. He just gets knocked out, and the Krampus kills his wife and kidnaps his daughter. And now, firstly, that is one of the most anti-climactic ways you could have ended this movie. And secondly, the ending goes against everything that has been established throughout this film so far. In the world that's been set up, the Krampus is portrayed to only kidnap children who have done terrible things. And he doesn't just kill innocent adults. So this ending just doesn't make sense and just spits in the face of the viewer. It's an insult to anyone that actually managed to get through this slog of a film. Oh, and trust me, this film is a slog to get through. In fact, this film's biggest offence, I would say, is that it is so boring to watch. Nothing interesting really happens throughout this film, and even when there is a scene where some cheesy fun could have been had, it is ruined by some other factor, like the gun scene featuring no gun sound effects. And then this film has the audacity to have an ending like that. I'm gonna say it. This is the worst Christmas film I have ever watched in my life. In fact, it may be one of the worst films, if not the worst film I have ever watched in my life. Everything in this film is pretty terrible. The acting, the atmosphere, the sound effects, the music, the set design, the lack of extras, the props, the effects, everything in this film is terrible. The only redeeming factor about this film is that the actor playing the murderer gives a somewhat good performance. And because there is only one good thing in this film, I am giving it a score of a 1 out of 10. It is terrible. And after all of that, I think I deserve a drink. Just 1. Just 2. Just 3. Just 4. What's 5 gonna do? I'm drunk.
Oh, I don't feel so good. What is this, alcohol? Oh, it tastes so good. Oh, it feels so sleepy.
Appreciate the spirit of giving. Your friend allows you to stay within his home, yet you do not even provide him with a gift to thank him. The film I left you was a warning. If you do not change your ways soon, I will make it so that it becomes the only movie you will ever be able to watch.
I'm still here. I'm alive. What a peculiar dream. Could it really be Christmas Day? I should apologise to Connor and give him a present.
I love doing my annual tradition on Christmas Day, pretending to paint.
You boy! What's today?
What?
What's today, my fine fellow?
Christmas Day.
My word. Christmas Day? The Krampus did it all in one night. Do you know the turkey on 42nd Street?
TJ, what the hell are you doing?
It's, from A Christmas Carol. I'm guessing you've never seen it before. Oh, okay. I got you a present, a gift. It's the rent money. Well, I mean, it's half of it. But I'm gonna get a job, so you don't need to worry about any more late rent payments from me. Happy Christmas!
TJ, it's been 9 months. This is the first bit of money you've actually given me towards rent.
I don't think you're fully being appreciative. That's not very Christmassy of you, Connor.
Oh, fuck off! Right. You stay there, you read all the newspapers, you watch all the TV commercials, and you're not coming out until you find a job. No? And I don't give a shit if you don't want to do night shifts, okay? You find something.
Some Christmas.
This commercial is presented to you by Fredson's Family Diner Incorporated.
Oh no, not this advert again. Yeah, keep that going, Emma. Keep it going. Josh, stay behind me. Get some more angles.
Newspaper, try and find a job. Nope, you're not allowed to talk to me. Fuck you. Dumb, stupid job.
Go from the no bit. Go from the no bit.